Clopay and Nedick Minster welcome you to this broadcast of high school varsity volleyball. We are at the barn where the Lady Tigers from Versailles will take on the New Knoxville Lady Rangers. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Crown Equipment Corporation, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sidney Algray's Audiology, Precision Strip, Wagner's IPA, New Knoxville Supply, and NKTelco. My name is Scott Fry. I'll have all the play-by-play action. To my right is Mr. Jeff Hinchen. He will take care of color and stats, and after we hear the national anthem, we'll come back and give you starting lineups and keys to the match. Once again, high school volleyball here on NKTelco Sports.
Are you looking for a new career with amazing growth potential? Nedick Press and Automation is hiring for many positions right now. Nedick is a global company that is growing with its sights on being a billion-dollar company. Machinists, service technicians, human resource personnel, IT specialists, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, and many more. The opportunities abound at Nedick Press and Automation. Go to minsterjobs.com now to get started on your new career with Nedick.
Clopay Building Products, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road CDLA driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package, is an equal opportunity employer, and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopaydoor.com/careers.
Welcome back to the barn in New Knoxville. Scott Fry and Jeff Hinchen with you, and we're going to be talking about ladies volleyball. The Versailles Lady Tigers in town to face the New Knoxville Lady Rangers. Tigers come in with a season record of 4 wins, 4 losses. They have wins against St. Mary's, Anna, Versailles, and a MAC win against Parkway. They've dropped matches to Fort Loramie and OG in tournament play, and then Salina and Fort Loramie again in regular match play. And here are your starters for Versailles. Number 4, Ashley Jones. Number 5, Haley Porter. Number 8, Kirsten Baumholt. Number 15, Jenna Marshall. Number 18, Bryn Briscoe. And number 36, Tori Tayo. Your head coach of 6 years, Kenzie Brigham. A couple times MAC champions in their career in the MAC, and 3-time state champs. And now with your Sidney Algray's Audiology home team starting lineups for the Lady Rangers. Number 12, senior. Number 12, Erica Wiedock, senior. Number 10, Bryn Egbert, freshman. Number 8, senior, Haley Flutterjohn. Number 6, Melissa Waterman, senior. Number 4, senior, Avery Hinchen. And number 3, senior, Carson Hinchen. And your libero wearing jersey number 1, Lauren Wingler. And in her second year as varsity head coach, this is Meg Lageman. All right, Jeff, you want to tell us a little bit about the Keyhole Pizza keys to the game?
Well, for Versailles, Coach Bruggeman would like them to serve, receive well. Obviously, that's important on all offenses. And get fast. If a good first touch, go quickly at the Rangers. Don't let their blockers set up. And serve aggressively at New Knoxville. You don't want to give New Knoxville easy serves that they can get into their offense. Very common key points, if you will. And for New Knoxville, Coach Lageman, she, again, stresses, receive well. She knows how important that first touch is to get into their offense. Serve aggressively as well. These teams are good. They know each other. They are part of the MAC. They know they all are good athletes, and you don't want a team to get an easy first serve attempt or touch. And keep Versailles out of system. Force them to chase the ball, make it difficult for their setter to run it down. And that when you have that setter moving, a lot of times the attack that comes over toward you is less violent than when they're kind of, if you will, hitting off of a tee. So thank you to Keyhole Pizza for our keys to the game.
Yes, thank you to Keyhole Pizza for keys to the game, and of course thank you to Sydney Auglaze Audiology for the starters. We are underway. New Knoxville serves, tough one to handle, but Versailles gets it going, and a free ball went out of bounds. So right away, the Rangers
the serve received not good. You had a player attack the second one, I should say, with not a setter, and then they basically free balled it out of bounds. So that's what this is, a good touch, and they're going to get a good attack. Rangers get a touch on it.
Now the Rangers looking to go on the attack. This is number 6, Melissa Waterman, pumps it over. Now we're going to get a kill from the back row. Doug, pass forward by Carson Hinchen, saved by the defensive specialist, and it's going to go off of a Ranger, but you're going to get a Ranger in the net. And
Jenna Marshall there, number 15, 5'8" senior, records her first kill. She averages 2 kills a set for the Tigers, and they get a nice job staying aggressive on offense, did Versailles.
First swing of the night for number 8. I believe that was Haley Fletterjohn.
That was 6. Haley got the set. Waterman. She chased it down and bumped it up, and Melissa Waterman on her second swing of the night records her first kill. The Rangers playing a little bit short-handed tonight, unfortunately. Right before the match of the JV game, New Knoxville's Ellie Gable sprained her ankle during warm-ups of the JV game, and she is out tonight. And there's a 4-year varsity player. And
that's a tough
setter for the Rangers, runs the offense. She can hit. She serves well, leads the team in aces, I should say, with 15 on the season. So New Knoxville making a quick adjustment here on the fly, putting some players in and rotating people around to get the Rangers on the attack.
Now a little push across by New Knoxville. Here comes the swing. Nice job. Haley Fletterjohn fights that one off, goes to the front row, a little free ball over by Waterman. Now the pass forward, back set. Nice dig, functions as a dig, and then a little miss hit into the net. Haley Fletterjohn did a nice job of picking up that swing from Bryn Briscoe, but unfortunately Waterman unable to do anything with it.
Well, the Tigers are hitting right at Fletterjohn. She's her setter, running a 5-1, so she's had to take the first touch a couple times, which makes it difficult then for the non-setter, if you will, to get a good setup to offense. So New Knoxville gets a break, though, in the first service there by the Tigers, and Lauren Wingler, you mentioned earlier, libero in to serve for the New Knoxville Rangers.
Wingler gets her serve over. Here comes the big swing, and she's going to try to push that down the line. Kirsten Baumholt unable to do so. She's your Tiger leader with 97 kills on the season.
And that's 4 kills a set. That's a good number.
That's a pretty good number, yeah.
Now, she hit it pretty well, but it was out of bounds. She'll try it again here. It takes a lot off. She does lead the team with 4 kills. Her hitting percentage is just under 200. That's not awful, but what that means is that she hits them sometimes, let's say, out of bounds, and there's going to be 2 of them here.
Another one there, yeah. Baumholt again. Clever move to try and just push one over. New Knoxville had the block up, and you saw a good rally there. A couple of nice blocks.
Yeah, she's a good hitter, and she thinks well. She put it where it needed to be, and that one's a service ace.
Nice job there by, again, Lauren Wingler, the sophomore, having to come up and play varsity tonight as libero.
Well, she started the season as a back row player, and then tonight, because of the injury, now being a libero, and she's going to play back row, as there's a good touch and recovery by New Knoxville. But
nice set and kill there. Haley Fletterjohn setting up Carson Hinchen from her front row, middle hitting position. And boy, she found a nice spot on the floor there, Jeff.
Found an opening and had a nice set. And it was her first real swing of the night. She comes in averaging just under 6 kills a set as there's back-to-back service aces.
I think Lauren Wingler has spent a little time, Jeff, in the gym finding that back line because she's dropped 2 really beautiful serves.
I think it's because she's left-handed. She did that well last year as a freshman playing JV. I don't know what it is.
I think it's just harder to see that ball coming off of a lefty. It's a Baumholt, nice little tapper up over the block.
Good decision. We talked about Baumholt. She smoked a couple of them already out of bounds and pushed one across court. Right spots both times, just couldn't get them in bounds. This time her tip or her attack, good for her first kill of the set.
Briscoe now at the serve for Coach Bruggeman, and that finds the net into the nylon. So the Lady Rangers, nice little lead here, 9-4 in the early going.
It's a break for New Knoxville. Versailles, after that nice kill by Baumholt, hope to build on that momentum, but they serve it out of bounds.
Waterman serves a bit of a cross court, now a back set to Baumholt. Nice recovery there by Wingler, and then off the block.
Erica Wiedock just didn't get. It's a tough ball for her. She's not a hitter per se, and came across her body being left-handed. Had to wait for it. Just didn't get good contact.
Yep. Wingler now. Little dig to Flutterjohn. And again, boy, I'll tell you, you like Carson Hinchen has that back corner dialed in, Jeff.
Well, it was another nice set by Flutterjohn. They got a good first touch, and then that allows Hinchen, in this case, to either look or take a peek or get a feel for where the openings are, and that's twice you mentioned that deep corner.
Now Hinchen to serve, unable to get that one over. And again, with, New Knoxville's got these seniors, 4 of them in the starting lineup tonight. Obviously, Ellie Gable out. She would have been their 5th senior. A lot of experience, and that center-hitter relationship is so important, and you saw it there with Haley Flutterjohn and Carson Hinchen. And now back to serve is Ashley Jones for the Tigers, and she gets a blooper over. Flutterjohn's going to set it across to, nice play off the block, Avery Hinchen.
Versailles got a good touch on Avery Hinchen's first one, but it came right back, and she able to reload maybe before the defense realized where the ball was at. And she records her first kill, and I think her second swing now. She comes in just over 3 kills a set and a .272 hitting percentage.
Oh, nice swing right there in the middle row for Versailles, right at, as you mentioned, right at the setter, Haley Flutterjohn. So you can see the strategy here early is to attack the setter versus the defensive specialist.
That was definitely good velocity by Jenna Marshall. Got around New Knoxville solo block and recorded in a kill. It was touched.
Yep. Nice little soft set there.
Well, I thought it was touched. Okay, it was not hitting there.
Rolled off the net.
Went off the net. It was touched by the net, so that's a hitting error by New Knoxville, and that now allows the Tigers to get back within 3.
Haley Porter now airmails this one a little deep. One hopper off the wall for the junior server, and now New Knoxville again with a 4-point lead, 12-8.
Versailles wanted to serve aggressively a couple times when they've had chances to build some momentum. They've served the ball out of bounds, so New Knoxville gets the break and the ball back.
Jones passes up front, and
that's a block inbound.
Unable to get that little tapper over.
I think it was a block there by Bryn Egbert and also Avery Hinchen. They went up together, so each will get what they call a block assist.
Yep.
And dropped it right on the line. I'm sitting right on a good call by our line judge, Esther Leffel, in the deep corner. Her daughter, Rachel, on the left side of your screen, being the line judges tonight.
That's a job you couldn't pay me enough to do. Avery Hinchen with the big swing, gets it all the way back over. Now Carson Hinchen will pass forward. Versailles is going to have to pass it up and a little free ball over. Now here's your set by Flutterjohn. This is Avery Hinchen. Count it! Boy, that's a tough ball to dig.
We'll give credit to the Tigers. They kept the rally alive. We'll take a timeout, but Hinchen that time hit it where nobody was at her second kill.
Nice play there, and so New Knoxville goes into this precision strip timeout with a 14-8 lead over the Lady Versailles Tigers here on NKTelco Sports. Welcome back to Ranger Country. Scott Fry, Jeff Hinchen bringing you all the exciting action here. High school girls volleyball, Jeff.
Well, it's been a 6-point lead for New Knoxville, and there's been a number of errors by each team so far. Each team with 3 hitting errors. Versailles, 3 service errors. New Knoxville, 2 service errors. But New Knoxville's been more aggressive on offense. So their attacks have found pay dirt. New Knoxville 5 kills compared to just 3 for the Tigers. And New Knoxville also with a termination block or stuff block.
Yep.
It doesn't seem like much, but it does allow the Rangers to open up a 6-point lead and a good timeout by Coach Bruggeman to try to stop the momentum before it gets a 7-point deficit.
So Wiedock serve to Baumholt, who palms it over. Now Carson Hinchen passes forward to Waterman, just unable to get that one over. 14-9 now, the lead 5 for the Rangers. Back to serve Jenna Marshall, the senior hitter right side.
Second on the team again with kills with 2 per set.
Flutterjohn saves it back in to Avery Hinchen, goes over the block, little touch. Now Baumholt's going to drop one short. Carson Hinchen pass to Melissa Waterman, dug there by Jones. Now Baumholt off the block and down. There's a termination block Boy, oh boy, New Knoxville had the wall up. This time we had Bryn Egbert, the freshman, 5'9", and she was up there with Avery Hinchen, who was back to serve.
Same group that did it the last time against an attack, so both those girls have had 2 block assists.
Baumholt sends one deep. Avery Hinchen sets it over the net.
That's illegal.
You're going to get a lift there. Yep, called a double.
First ball handling error called here in the set. Our up official tonight, Todd Hinkle. Our down official is Kim Egbert. Veteran officials, and seen them at a lot of ball games.
Boy, we sure have, and they, boy, are they nice to talk to. If you have questions, they'll answer them for you. And a lot of expertise between Todd and Kim there. So a little hitting error. I believe that was Baumholt again from her left side, what they call the opposite side on offense.
No, that's a strong side for her. That's the.
Or does it go by their handedness versus?
Yeah, well, left front's usually let's say the hitting position.
Carson
nice pick up by Jones.
Nice dig back there. Yeah, here comes Baumholt now, and she's going to send one long.
We talked about Baumholt. She hits it hard. We've seen that.
She does, yeah.
We talked about the 4 kills per set. Great number. I mentioned the hitting percentage. I don't want to dwell on it too much, but that's a little low. I mean, she's a good hitter. If she can break those balls in bounds, she's going to become even more of a better attacker for the Tigers.
Weedock saves it now. This will be Carson Hinchen, pushes one back deep for Sales to handle. Nice block. Hinchen saves it off the block. Now Weedock passes, a little awkward at the net. Now Versailles going to set. Here comes Tayo. And Haley Fletterjohn tried to keep that in play and set the front row up. 18-10
that was kind of an ugly possession there. There was a lot of
both sides. They got close to the net.
It looked like what I call family reunion volleyball. You know, where everyone is just batting it back and forth.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a lot of good contact, but I believe, Tori Tayo the kill there. She able to win the point for the Tigers.
Avery Hinchen, good dig. That's going to set up Bryn Egbert, and she will send that home for the kill. 19-10 now. New Knoxville trying to be that team first to 20 with a lead, and they will send their sophomore libero Lauren Wingler in at all 5'3" of her to be the serving. She's got 2 aces already tonight.
Make it 3.
Yep.
Yeah, she
couldn't get a good serve receive there on the part of the Lady Tigers. So 20-10 now. A little maybe a Monday Night Football score here, or Thursday Night Football.
Mentioned the last kill by the Rangers by Brent Egbert, the freshman, as Wingler again got another ace, her 4th of the set. And I think timeout coming up.
Versailles will call timeout. New Knoxville Lady Rangers lead 21-10 here in set 1 on NKTelco Sports. Welcome back to New Knoxville School. We're in the barn, Ranger Country, and we've got an All-MAC conference match, as is customary on Thursday nights, Jeff.
And week number 2 of this MAC season.
Yep.
Both teams come in 1-0. New Knoxville had a big win against Coldwater at Coldwater last week. Remember, Coldwater handed New Knoxville their only loss in the Coldwater Spike-Off Invitational first week of the season, and winning 2 out of the 3 in that match. And New Knoxville came back, played very well, and won it in 4.
Big swing, Baumholt, nice dig by Avery Hinchen. And here comes Carson. Boy, what a nice dig right there. That was Tessa Stamen. And now Carson again, and unable to get it over. Boy, I think that was really set up nicely. The defensive specialist, number 16, the junior for Versailles, Tessa Stamen.
Yeah, she did a beautiful job. That was a well-struck ball.
Was
Not only made contact, but kept it in play. It went over. It had ideas of going out of bounds, but you got to play it. It would have been too close. Results in the New Knoxville hitting error eventually.
Weedock now. Fletterjohn will settle it for Avery Hinchen.
It would have been out,
Stamen
but
plays
tough.
it, yep. Tough to call in progress. Nice dig there by Weedock. Fletterjohn now sets up Waterman, dug in the back row. And here comes Baumholt, and that's going to go off your libero and down for a kill, 21-12, one of my favorite albums by our friends from north of the border, Rush.
You got to help me out.
Rush 21-12, wonderful record.
I know Chicago 25 or 64.
There you go. Yeah.
But I know you threw me off there. But that's kill number 2 for Baumholt. Again, she is an aggressive hitter, 5'9" junior.
Jeff, that'll be the only time I throw you off with numbers all season.
I don't know about that.
You and your stats are so remarkable. And there's a nice swing and a point there, a kill for the senior hitter, Carson Hinchen.
Her third of the set. New Knoxville's attacked the ball pretty well, but it has got some good points from the serving aces, 4 of them from Wingler, and a couple of termination blocks.
Waterman serve, now getting a back set to Baumholt. She's going to dink it over, but the libero right there to cover the block, as they say. And
somebody was under the net for Versailles.
Under the net. Yep.
So Knoxville's been aggressive, but boy, some errors by the Tigers have helped Knoxville score these 23 points.
Absolutely.
And they're 2 points away from a kind of a decisive, dominating victory here. It's just game 1, so Versailles has time.
Nice set and up, but off the block and down. Again, the wall was up. I think that was Flutterjohn and
Carson Hinchen. Yeah, that time it was a new pair, 8 and 3, Flutterjohn and Hinchen. That's 3 termination blocks for New Knoxville here in set 1.
Long serve, and so Versailles will take over, and this is their leading hitter, Kirsten Baumholt, as you mentioned, 5'9" junior. Tough serve over the net. Well played there by Avery Hinchen. Now back to her for the kill, and that's a little long. So we stay at set point 24-14 as Versailles, again, point by point, just trying to chip away at the lead.
Try to get some momentum, some positive.
Yeah.
You're probably not going to, I hate to say win this one, and they won't, but need to come back and regroup for set number 2.
And so after one set of play here, New Knoxville Lady Rangers hold serve, as they say, and take this first set 25-14 over the Lady Tigers of Versailles in this all-MAC matchup here on NKTelco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Allglaze and Sydney Audiology are committed to providing the most advanced and affordable hearing care solutions.
Did you know that more and more insurances are offering coverage for hearing aids and that we are the most comprehensive provider in the area?
Because we want to serve all in our community, we partner with agencies such as Medicaid, OOD, Sertoma, and most recently the VA, helping our veterans find local solutions to their problems.
Don't leave unused benefits on the table this year. Call us today to see if you qualify.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Welcome back to the barn. Set 1 is in the books. The Lady Rangers take down the Lady Tigers of Versailles. 25-14 high school volleyball here with you on NKTelco Sports. Thank you for joining us. JV match went 2-0 to New Knoxville. And just want to thank some key sponsors. The 5-star recruitment sponsor, Crown Equipment Corporation. Our MVP sponsors, Clopay and Nedick Minster. Our scoreboard sponsor, First National Bank. Keys to the game were brought to you tonight by Keyhole Pizza. Replay is always handled on NKTelco Sports by Winners Quality Meats. Starting lineups always handled by Sydney Allglaze Audiology. Our timeout sponsor, Precision Strip. Stats and Recap, Wagner's IGA. NKS Live View sponsor, that's New Knoxville Supply. And then at the end of tonight's contest, we'll choose an NKTelco player of the game.
First set of the night, Scott, dominated by New Knoxville, like you mentioned, 25-14. The Rangers played aggressive. He ended the set with just 7 kills, but they did record 4 service aces and also 3 termination blocks. So they earned, if you will, 14 of the points themselves. It was Versailles, though, that had a handful of errors here. I think 10 total errors, which helped the Rangers. And Versailles just 4 kills in set 1. 2 from Baumholt, 2 from Marshall. Those are the leaders on the season in that category. Just they not enough volume. They had some hitting errors and a ball handling error here or there, so New Knoxville kind of cruises to that. It'll be interesting to see how well Versailles responds They are also playing with some injured players. I know number 22, Kaylee Braun, has not played much this year, and she's a player they're missing. I know there's one other one, so they likewise have an injury bug going through their system.
Yep.
And like I said, Ellie Gable out for tonight for New Knoxville. And you mentioned earlier, gives you everyone else a chance there to kind of show their stuff. And it doesn't maybe matter right now. It matters in October.
Sure does. That's when the chemistry really counts. Yep.
I mean, you want to win your league games. That's important, and that's one tonight. But Hinchen's going to get the kill.
Yep, Avery Hinchen with a big swing there, and just unable to do anything with it is Kirsten Baumholt. And so the Rangers will hop out to a quick 1-0 lead as Avery Hinchen, the senior middle hitter, will take over the service duties.
That was her third ace of the match for Avery Hinchen.
You're going to get a double there in the front row. So, again, a ball handling issue for the Tigers. There's been a handful of those. A good dig by Jones, Ashley Jones. But, again, the setter, little misfire there. So 2-0 here.
Hinchen with 11 service aces, second on the team behind Gable at the 15.
Baumholt off the block. They'll try to set her up again. She's going to pass across.
Here's a
free
chance.
ball.
Here's a chance for the Rangers.
Flutterjohn's going to set up Carson Hinchen.
Nice
and
play by
Jones. What a nice dig. That thing had some mustard on it. Avery Hinchen now with the dig. Flutterjohn's going to set Avery back up. Quick set over to Jones. See if Versailles can get something on offense. Tayo, perfect little tapper across, finds the hole in the Ranger defense for the first Versailles point of set 2.
New Knoxville definitely the aggressor there with some hard attacks. Give Ashley Jones, a 5'1 senior. Not a whole lot of her, but boy, she plays big, and she took
sure
that
does.
attack and kept it alive. And Tayo with a soft touch for her second kill of the night. Good eyes by Wiedock.
So that one sails long. That was Tessa Stamen, junior defensive specialist, number 16, serving. Now we'll bring the libero back in to the rotation for Coach Loggeman. Four service aces, yeah. So all the way across to Baumholt. Nice dig back there, Avery Hinchen. Flutterjohn with a quick set over. Versailles reacts well. Now they'll set up Baumholt again. We'll tap her off the block and down out of bounds. So again, Haley Flutterjohn, she does a nice job of getting up there at the net, Jeff. She's got good elevation, just tapped
Times
it out
it
of bounds.
well. Yeah, good timing. Not extremely, tall, but jumps well, and more importantly, the timing. That's the key to blocking is the timing.
Carson Hinchen. I tell you, you watch Haley set, she's got a funny motion into her set, kind of from the side up, but man, she and Carson have this chemistry. Carson's almost going up by the time that ball is set, and it's nice to watch.
It's important. Now, you mentioned chemistry. They know the rhythm and they know the characteristics, so you can kind of get a jump start on it.
And Baumholt with that characteristic swing. Nice kill off of Avery Hinchen's dig attempt.
She's hit the ball hard tonight, no doubt about it.
She'll go back to serve now for Coach Kenzie Bruggeman. This is Coach Bruggeman's 6th season at the helm here, and she's got 2 state titles, so she knows a thing or two about Division III volleyball.
Yeah, they've made some nice runs in tournament for sure in those 6 years.
Another miss hit there. Jenna Marshall trying to set across.
Yeah, kind of got the set a little bit outside, Scott, and didn't have a lot of room with the stick, the pin up there. Had to push it and just, I tell you what, if it would have crossed the net, it would have scored. But
yeah, it would have been a great play. Little back set. And it counts. Count it for sure. Taylor Wagner there, the freshman 6-foot right side hitter playing in the middle.
Yeah, I just mentioned 6-foot freshman, and she did a nice job there for her first kill. And I can't remember, Scott, if she played in the first set. I don't have her marked down.
I don't believe she did. This is Jones now.
Just inbounds.
Put her down for a service ace. That's a tough one. She put that ball right to the back row. You heard the libero call it out, but it was in. Kind of a lob serve there. Took some steam off of it. See what she's got for her second serve.
You have a good view of it, Scott. We do right here playing in the end zone. It's a good view of the ball, how it moves.
Flutterjohn to Carson Hinchen. Nice dig back there by the Versailles defense. Free balled over by Baumhorst. And Avery Hinchen was up to block it, and it caromed off of her block. 6-5 now, the Lady Tigers. And I want to say this is maybe their first lead of the night.
Well, it's, in a
one
while.
Of very few.
Because they've really responded nicely from
that
first set loss where they scored just 14 points. So
this dig by Melissa Waterman sets up Flutterjohn to Avery Hinchen off the block. Nice play at the net on both sides. Here comes Oh, nice reaction by Wiedock. Now Versailles going to try and set up their offense. Here comes a bump set a little too far, and up there is Haley Fletterjohn to...
I don't know if she got any of it, Scott, but...
ended up as a New Knoxville point.
Yeah, we'll just call it a hitting error, basically, as... but boy, Versailles has been getting some good touches on New Knoxville attacks, and New Knoxville, like you said, making some nice saves off of those.
Nice kill right between the block.
That was.
Haley Porter. You could just see it coming. Again, as you mentioned, we have this perfect seat for watching volleyball at one end or the other. And New Knoxville had their block up, but there was a nice gap. That was at least a volleyball wide.
It was, because it wasn't touched. And she not only got it through the block, Scott, but she hit it with a lot of velocity.
She did. And you could feel the momentum here for Versailles. Like you said, they've responded well to that first set loss. Look at that knuckleball. Did you see that thing move?
A lot of movement on it.
And it kind of shackled the two Hinchen girls back here. You can see them looking at you like, I got it. No, you got it.
It definitely moved some. So I think they called it hitting it in the crease or the seam. And so Versailles has really played well here in game number 2.
This will go right to Carson Hinchen, set to Fletterjohn, up to Carson again, right over the net and down. Nice swing there. Again, Carson Hinchen starting to stack up the kills. Takes advantage of a hitter in the back row at that point for Versailles in rotation.
Well, New Knoxville ran a lot of good offense. Avery went at it, and they set it back, and I think it kind of caught Versailles a little bit off balance, and the back row player really was blocked by it, couldn't see it very well. She got a late jump on it, resulted in a New Knoxville kill.
Now Waterman will free ball it over, pushed forward by Baumholt, set all the way across to Marshall. Nice save there, free ball over by Avery Hinchen. Now set, now down, off the block and down. Tori Tayo had the wall up.
Yeah, it was good offense there by New Knoxville. They got fortunate, some good attacks by Versailles. I thought New Knoxville early on had some weak attacks. Versailles punished it, but New Knoxville kept it alive, and it got a deflected ball off the net for the point.
Jones, the dig, saves it. Now Baumholt, a kill from the back row, just a little bit long, drops right in front of us. So New Knoxville, with a 9-8 advantage, sends Erica Wiedock, the 5'5" defensive specialist senior, back to serve.
Yeah, she's playing all the way around tonight, so not only defensive special in the back row, but getting some front court, front row action.
Yep. Again, an illegal setting of the ball, and Wiedock will serve another round.
Important.
And one of the things I love about New Knoxville is that shallow roster, but they're deep in talent. There's no holes in this roster talent-wise, even though they have
limited players.
Yeah, limited players. But last year they rode six girls there for
after Gretchen Dwenger tore her knee up in the 7th game. They finished the last 2/3 of it with 6 players.
That was incredible. What a great run. Undefeated in the MAC last year.
Undefeated in regular season.
Yep.
Went in as a number 2 seed in the tournament and lost in the district finals. So tough way to end it, but a great season.
Baumholt tries to push it across. Here's Fletterjohn to Avery Hinchen.
Good pick
by Marshall.
Yep.
Baumholt, big swing off the block.
Good touches by the Tigers at the net.
Yep, lots of good blocks here. Boy, tough play, nicely done there by Stamen. And now Baumholt with another block. Up. Oh, Haley Fletterjohn was there, but it got in the net. That is so hard to dig a ball out of the net.
Yeah, New Knoxville continued to attack Scott, and boy, Baumholt finished, but good touching at the net by the Tigers. They've slowed down New Knoxville's attacks.
Yes, they have, Yeah, you've seen some good swings from Waterman and from both of the Hinchen girls. I'm impressed with Carson's back row play. She is not afraid to go down there and dig the volleyball and set her teammates up.
Boy,
nice
they keep it
save
alive.
by Stamen. Quick set across. Wiedock now is going to set up Fletterjohn, and a little extra mayo on that one by Waterman. We've seen that out of her tonight. Just got to get that arc maybe a little better. Maybe it's a position or timing thing, but a lot of long kill attempts.
Well, the Tigers doing a nice job defensively, keeping the ball alive. Yeah. Knoxville's put some quality attacks on, but the Tigers have been right in the right spot to pick them up, so credit their defense.
Baumhorst with the kill, goes back row to Carson Hinchen, now to
another good
Waterman.
pickup.
Yeah, great dig back there. Quick set across by Fletterjohn. Here comes Carson Hinchen. She's going to fake him out. Quick set across. Here comes Baumholt, little tapper, and just misplays it. Again, that Bryn Egbert, that 5'9" freshman, up there for the block. And we'll have a quick conversation with Kim Egbert at the table. Is a question about the score or some such?
Well, right now the score is tied 11-11, and really Versailles, they've been aggressive on offense. They have a number of kills. They have 5 kills already here in this. 7 kills and a couple service aces. New Knoxville just 4 kills, but it's been the hitting errors for the Tigers, along with a service error and a couple ball handling errors that have helped New Knoxville basically stay in this
Right,
thing.
yeah, that's what's kept it close. You're right. Versailles, it's like the tale of 2 sets here. Yeah.
And the defense for Versailles has been pretty good here. They've really picked up a lot of hard-driven attacks by the Rangers, so I'm not real sure what the dilemma is at the table, but they'll figure it out. Never real sure how to – go ahead.
Well, just want to invite our listeners to follow our good friends at WCSM AM 1350, 96.7 FM, and their internet-exclusive games on www.wcsmradio.com all season long. They are your sports leader in Mercer and Algois counties. And, boy, we have a great relationship with them. We support each other. We share some talent sometimes. And it's nice in these small towns and this Midwest Athletic Conference of ours when we can pool and share resources. And Kim Egbert, again, getting things straightened out at the table. 11-11, if you're just joining us, we're in set 2. New Knoxville took the first set pretty handily, 25-14, with an aggressive offense and some good blocking at the net. But Versailles
has rebounded nicely.
And I if Versailles could eliminate some of those hitting errors, they would probably have a nice lead here in the second set.
Well, if you keep it in bounds, you force New Knoxville to make a play on it.
Yep.
You never know what happens from that, but when you hit them out of bounds or in the net, New Knoxville's basically credit them. They've done a good job on the attacks, have been deep, not to make the play on them for the most part, but sometimes they just, you can't even make a play on it. But Versailles has definitely hit some wide and long, and the score remains 11-11. I never really understand here what is happening, if there is a rotation, alignment.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Error. I've never kept volleyball scorebook.
I wonder if there's just a discrepancy between the two scorebooks and the scoreboard. And I'll tell you what, I've seen the scorebook, and I don't want to keep it.
I don't either. I mean, I can do basketball and baseball, but I'm not doing.
I can do baseball, yeah. Now we'll have a little conference as Kim Egbert will walk across and talk with Mr. Henkel to explain the circumstance.
Yeah, and I just New Knoxville doesn't seem fazed by it, so it must be affecting Versailles.
Well, Versailles has had the kind of the momentum here with both with the key net play, the blocking. Boy, they've done a great job of getting arms on those kills.
And then when they don't, the back row, whether it's Jones or maybe Marshall in the back row, I can't remember all their numbers, but they have
dug really well.
They've got their forearms, if you will, on the attack. And
good platform, yep. And it has been primarily Jenna Marshall, the senior hitter, and Ashley Jones, the senior defensive specialist, have done a masterful job at taking away some of those big swings.
And that's a confidence builder for the attackers. If you start drilling balls and getting kills, your confidence grows. When you start attacking and they make the play on it, it's like, well, hats off to them. But then you think, well, where do I have to hit it next? Then you start maybe hitting them harder and they go out of bounds or miss the mark. Overthinking, yeah. Once you start doing that, you're about like my golf game. You're in trouble because it's
very mental game, isn't it? Yeah. I own golf clubs.
Nice.
But I don't know
where they're
if you'd call me a golfer or where they are at the moment. Yeah, it's been a little while. So.
Well, it's still 11-11. I'm anxious to see once if they change the score at all. I got to add up what I have. Oh, they're going to take 2 points off. Let me see what I have for Versailles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know what? My scorecard comes up with 9.
Well,
Versailles.
Then they need to just check with the NKTelco guys.
No, I don't know about that. I got lucky this time. And then for New Knoxville, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I wonder if maybe a couple of the hitting errors were awarded to Versailles because you watch the way they've played, and it looks very confident, very good, but they've ended several of these rallies with either a double or a hit into the net or a hit out of bounds. But the feel is that Versailles clearly has the physical, energetic advantage, but not on the scoreboard. And, like in any sport, unforced errors will eat you up. And we get a whistle for Kim Egbert, and we are ready to.
I have 12 for Knoxville, but maybe it's 11. I have a little bit of a mark here. I can't tell if I made the mark or if I stopped, but I definitely have 9 for Versailles.
Avery Hinchen's going to serve here for New Knoxville, and that one will go into the nylon.
God.
And
tough
so
break
Versailles,
after this long break there.
Well, some of these high school volleyball teams, I've noticed with their serving, they live and die by the serve, and they try to play right at the net with those, and sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. Stamen serve deep. Flutterjohn's going to set up Carson Hinchen.
Another good
off the block. Nice touch to slow it down. Boy, big bump there and a miss hit. Again, another mishit on the part of the Tigers. Looked like Porter was looking where the ball was going to go instead of looking at the ball on that one.
Maybe not real familiar with attacking like that on the back row, but it's a tough ball to hit. But again, good touch by the Tigers at the net to slow down the attack.
And Baumhorst going to pound one out of bounds.
And a net violation for New Knoxville. So you said it was Baumholt that attacked?
Yes, it was. A big swing again, but long, well behind the line judge back there.
Net violation for the Rangers. Get credit Baumholt now with her 5th kill, 7th in the match. So she's turned it on here in game number 2.
Briscoe with a little bit of a long serve there. And New Knoxville will send Melissa Waterman back to do the honors. Right to the center of the Versailles defense, pass to the front row. Here comes Baumholt, tries to tap it over the block. Now a little back set to Avery Hinchen. Little pass forward. Boy, is it tough to get that ball off the net. Again, just a bad spot there as Versailles tried to pass it and set up their offense.
Yeah, the attack will go to Avery Hinchen as the first touch led him into the net, and just nothing they could do with it. But New Knoxville, again, is going to give it right back. Their 3rd service ace here. And they eliminate that chance to kind of get separation. And volleyball is a big momentum swing. You get the team down 3 or 4, it makes it difficult.
Flutterjohn going to back set to Carson Hinchen, not right where she wanted it. Now you'll get a double called on Hinchen by your up judge. And back to serve will be Kirsten Baumholt.
So Versailles sticking around very nicely, Scott. They've, again, only had 14 points in game 1, so they're going to give it right back. Their 3rd service ace to match New Knoxville here in game 2 on service errors.
Carson Hinchen now back to do the honors. She will serve for Coach Lagerman. Little top spinner back to Baumholt. And then Baumholt will have to kind of do an awkward kill. Little back set, quick set over. Nice play there by Flutterjohn. Versailles recovers nicely. Marshall dug by. And then a powerful swing, Avery Hinchen. Versailles tried to dig that out. Bryn Briscoe just couldn't handle it.
That time New Knoxville able to get credit for the kill. Avery's 4th of the set, but went diagonal around the block, and one of the few times Versailles hasn't been able to square up the attack.
Had some certain movement on it there, and that's going to go down in the books as an ace for Carson Hinchen. It was a top spin knuckler. I could see the rotation on the ball, and Versailles is going to take time out as they seem to have lost all their momentum here in set 2. Lady Rangers 17, Versailles 13 here on NKTelco Sports. Welcome back to the barn. Scott Fry and Jeff Hinchen here coming out of a precision strip timeout. Versailles just wanted to break up that New Knoxville momentum here. Yeah. Carson Hinchen on a little bit of a service run.
A couple good breaks of offense for New Knoxville here, and a 4-point lead, and Versailles has been playing too good to let it get away, so you need a chance to break momentum.
Briscoe sets up Marshall. Nice dig. Now here comes Carson Hinchen. It's going to go right back to Baumholt. You're going to get a double called on Briscoe.
Boy, the errors just continue to pile up for Coach Bruggeman's squad here in game number 2. They had 10 errors in game number 1. They have 11 here in game number 2.
That'll be the undoing. That's a lot of errors in rally scoring. Each one of those is a point. Nice save. Briscoe to free ball it over deep to Wingler.
Well, there's a nice wraparound. Hinchen able to do the slide, record her 5th kill. And again, you saw how Versailles had to basically free ball it over, and that's what you talk about by serving aggressively or keeping them out of system.
Yep. See, there's a live on the edge, a little service tapper over the net, just breaks it up, a little block by Avery Hinchen, and dribbles over.
The solo block, you don't see a lot of solo blocks, but she was able to get the touch, and then the 50-50 ball, I believe it kind of danced along the top of the net.
Yep.
That's her 3rd block of the match, had 2 block assists in game 1, and now a solo here in game 2.
Baumholt passes forward. Now back to Baumholt from Briscoe. Long kill from the back row. Flutterjohn's going to do a little soft set to Avery Hinchen. Man, she's just got a nose for the gap there. 21-13 New Knoxville. Another Versailles timeout here in set 2 on NKTelco Sports. Welcome back to New Knoxville School. NKTelco Sports and our sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school volleyball on NKTelco Channel 3 or in high definition on Channel 503. You can watch this match again in a broadcast replay on Monday, September 13th at 7 p.m. or again on Wednesday, September 15th at 7 p.m. You can watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. Carson Hinchen. How many service points is this now? I know she got an ace in there, but this is a good run.
She's been back there probably for 4 or 5, 6 points. Her last serve had ideas about going deep. They played it. We'll see once if they maybe communicate a little bit better on Versailles. You want New Knoxville to serve it out of bounds, break the string. We'll see once if the Rangers following timeout can keep it in and keep it in play and keep that momentum.
Bryn Briscoe rotates out.
So she stepped on the service line.
Stepped on the back line there, the service line. Into the match for the first time, number 3 for Versailles, Brooke Briscoe.
Well, that's what Versailles wanted, Scott. New Knoxville had been playing aggressive, and it took a timeout, and it gives the Versailles Tigers now a chance. They trail by 7.
Ashley Jones to serve now. A little football score, 21-14. A little lobber over. Flutterjohn's going to set up Avery Hinchen. Nice reaction there to keep it in play by Marshall. A little quick set over by Flutterjohn. Comes Wiedock off the block, dug in the back row. Here comes Briscoe, sets all the way across, and they're going to get called on a double.
That's her 4th ball handling mistake, and that's hurt them, obviously.
Sure has. 22-14 now. The Lady Rangers coasting here in set number 2. They did win set 1, 25-14. Haley Flutterjohn, nice dig by Jones. She's had a nice game as defensive specialist off the block and unable to be saved. Just a really tough angle there as the hitter was way out of bounds and it went sideways off the block.
I believe it was Tori Tayo, if I'm correct. Was it 36?
I think you're right.
That's her third kill of the set, or third kill of the match.
Briscoe out for Briscoe in. And back to serve now, Haley Porter. Avery Hinchen, Tapper, Marshall. Hinchen will free ball it over. Just give New Knoxville a chance to reset. Now here comes Marshall, and that's going to be long. 23-15 now.
6 hitting errors.
And this will be Erica Wiedock. Back to serve for Coach Lagerman's Lady Rangers. And a quick question there. And a service into the net, 23-16.
Well, New Knoxville as a team serves at 90% on the season accuracy. They do record 2.5 aces, so you live and die by that aggressiveness.
Yeah. Marshall, little knuckleballer, and again, just a tough bit of communication by Carson Hinchen and Erica Wiedock.
Well, chance here for the Tigers.
Yep. Again, if you're Coach Lagerman, you want to close this out. You get to 23, get to 24, get to 25, and get to the next set. Dug by Carson Hinchen, back set Flutterjohn to Avery Hinchen off the block and out of bounds for the kill. Set point here, 24-17 in the second set.
6 kills on the night for Avery Hinchen here in game number 2. She had 2 in game 1, so that gives her 8 in the match.
Avery Hinchen's serve goes deep. Jones unable to play that one. And that'll be it for set number 2. New Knoxville takes set 1 25-14 and just took set 2 25-17 here on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip,
Doing the exceptional.
Wagner's IGA has been servicing their communities for more than 95 years, spanning 3 generations. Wagner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wagner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen, and check us out on Facebook.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
To New Knoxville School. Lady Rangers with a 2-0 lead in sets, 25-14, 25-17. Jeff, tell us how we got to 25-17 here in the second set.
Well, the way it started, Scott, Versailles came out after a kind of a sluggish game 1 and really played well. They had a lead, 12-11, 13-12, something like that. New Knoxville got I think it was maybe a 16-13 lead or 15-13, and it went on a run. And even a couple of timeouts. Really couldn't break that momentum until it was like 21-14 or so. So Versailles was just kind of self-destructed. They had 13 errors in that set. I have them down as 6 hitting errors, 3 service errors, and then 4 ball handling. So
because that's 13 points.
Yeah,
that's not like
so New
a
Knoxville,
turnover. It's
right.
points. Yeah,
it's instant offense for the Rangers. So almost over half of New Knoxville's offense, if you will, came from mistakes by the Tigers. New Knoxville did record 9 kills. They had 2 service aces in the set, number 2, and 1 block. Versailles also 9 kills in set 2, 3 service aces and no blocks. So, I mean, everything from the hitting standpoint, if you will, was good or even, but it was the stuff in between where Versailles just 13 errors compared to 7 for New Knoxville. And New Knoxville 1 game away from sweeping this, but Versailles, really played good early on, kept New Knoxville. I think that what's kind of strange, Scott, is as many times we talk about the touches at the net that Versailles has gotten.
That's made a difference.
But it hasn't recorded in any stuff or termination points.
Well, they follow that with an error.
Yeah, they stop the momentum and keep it alive. New Knoxville continues to work, and then either Versailles, in the end, hits it out of bounds or they can't handle the second touch properly. So as much as that first that touch at the net slows down the offense, I would expect them to get a couple blocks just by the activity they've had at the net.
All right, so we're about ready to start set 3. Again, I want to thank all of our sponsors. Please, if you can, patronize these businesses. Without them, we would be unable to bring you high school sports, and we live in such a great place to see such great sports. So thanks to Chrono Equipment Corporation, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Quality Meats, Sydney Auglaze Audiology, Precision Strip, Wagner's IGA, New Knoxville Supply, and, of course, NKTelco. Without those folks bringing you this game, we would be unable to do what we do, and that is call high school sports. Again, Brooke Briscoe returning to the floor after heading out to the locker room.
Bryn.
And we're ready to start.
Which one? That was 18.
Or excuse me, Bryn. My apologies. Brooke is number 3.
And she maybe was in the training room, so.
Yeah, Bryn was.
Yep.
So we're set to start here. Set 3. The Lady Rangers have a 2-0 lead. And Erica Wiedock will start things off from behind the service line for Coach Lagerman and the Lady Rangers. Left-handed serve, a little confusion, but they managed to dig it. They're going to set up Marshall. She'll push it across. Saved by Egbert. Saved by Flutterjohn. Pass across to Waterman, and then a misplay in the back row there. Tough one, Jeff. That came right at Kirsten Baumholt at that, do I dig it, do I set it, do I bump,
And that's one of the rare times they've made a mistake, considering, again, how well they've picked up some New Knoxville attacks. That one, probably 9 times out of 10, she can play it cleanly. That time she couldn't.
Porter with the dig, sets up the set to Marshall, and that will fall for a point. It went off the block, and Carson Hinchen unable to get all 6'1" and that big wingspan over there.
Marshall had 2 kills in the first set, did not record a kill in game number 2. Now her first one here in game 3, and she goes back to serve.
Jenna Marshall, senior hitter. Carson Hinchen will dig past to the front row, and then a bump across. Versailles clearly having communication issues. Bryn Briscoe off the block at the net. Melissa Waterman got up there and got the block, but there was just a little too much topspin on that ball, and it carried out of bounds.
Yeah, another deflection. That's both their kills have been off touches. New Knoxville kind of, if you will, throwing off the back row rhythm of playing defense. So
Marshall's serve will go to Avery Hinchen. Now a little tapper back to Flutterjohn. From Flutterjohn, they'll say that she lifted that one. Not allowed to do that in volleyball, right?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Should I give her an ace?
Yep.
Well, I'm going to give her an ace, yes. You're not allowed to lift it, is correct. So second service ace of the set for Jenna Marshall.
Carson Hinchen passes forward to the setter, and then down to Avery Hinchen. Nice dig by Jones. Set up Baumhorst. This is what Versailles wants, and you see why. She put that through the block and off the outstretched hands of the setter, Haley Flutterjohn.
Another good, powerful attack from Baumholt, her now 8th kill of the match. But again, credit Ashley Jones, number 4. Another good, strong pickup. Not only to touch it, Scott, but to keep it playable, let her team go to offense.
Yeah, again, she's answered much of what Carson Hinchen has
and Avery as
her.
well, both and Ranger attackers in general.
Yep. Nice play back there, Ashley Jones, the senior defensive specialist wearing jersey 4 for the Tigers. This is Avery Hinchen with the serve. It'll go right to Jones. She sets up the front row. Here's your set. Baumholt down and long. 4-3 now. The Versailles lead cut to just 1.
Boy, Baumholt, if she finds the rhythm and snaps it off a little bit better, she's somewhat unstoppable. She
you can see why she has all those kills. Yeah,
she does. It's just the errors that it bring down that hitting percentage. That one, I thought about hitting the stick, but it did not.
Yeah, Tayo did a nice job of keeping that in. Avery Hinchen sends one to Jones. Nice dig. Little battle at the net. Flutterjohn tapper to Egbert. Back set to Tayo. Little dropper right in the middle of the defense. Well, I'll tell you, Tori Tayo, she likes to do those little tappers, little soft hits over, and she's pretty successful with them.
Yeah, of the 4 kills, Scott, probably 3 of them, the Jugs gun would probably hardly have registered.
Right.
There's not a lot of velocity.
Not a lot of velocity, but
she's put it where they were not.
Put them where it ain't. Put it where it ain't. Yeah. Nice knuckleball serve there. This will be the freshman Egbert through the block. Little save in the back row. Nice play by Bryn, and then bumped out of bounds by Wiedock. That was Bryn Briscoe. Couldn't get her last name out.
Number 18 with the... Okay, we'll give her the kill. New Knoxville could not make the play. Again, Versailles kept it alive and just caught New Knoxville a little bit flat-footed.
Yeah, I think New Knoxville thought they had a point over there, and Versailles dug it out. Here's off the block and down. That time, Versailles gets a big termination block, and I want to say maybe that was Taylor Wagner.
It was, along with Bryn Briscoe, and I mentioned earlier coming into the set, number of touches Versailles has had at the net. That's her first stuff block of the match. So
and she's their leading blocker with 9 termination blocks.
Yeah, well, she got her 10th there, and with the touches, they were able to kind of, if you will, corral that one and keep it in play. And New Knoxville, a 4-point deficit, the biggest lead for the Tigers here. Now, can they hold on? They've done well in game 2, getting to about 12-point mark and then kind of falling apart.
Yeah, they responded very similarly in set 2 after dropping set 1, but then again the errors
piled up,
kind of plagued them, and so we're obviously going to keep it here during this precision strip timeout. Again, if you're just joining us, it's week 2 in the conference play part of our season. Versailles and New Knoxville enter with 1 MAC win apiece.
Yeah, Versailles got their win against Parkway. New Knoxville got theirs last Thursday again at Coldwater against the Cavaliers.
Gosh, that's such a tough win to go into Coldwater.
Well, like I said, it was they lost there 2 weeks ago in the Coldwater Spike-Off to the Cavaliers in their Invitational Championship game. And Coldwater, they're good. They are young. They have a lot of underclassmen that play valuable minutes or valuable serves, if you will, for Coldwater.
Another excellent year-in, year-out MAC contender. In fact, I believe it was 2017, Versailles and Coldwater battled at the state final
the first
in
and
Division
second.
3. Yeah. So pretty cool. The volleyball here is rich. Wingler's serve goes over. Baumholt has to adjust in midair, does a nice job of doing so. Flutterjohn saves it across, free balled by Waterman. Versailles now tries to set up their attack. Here comes Baumholt, and again, she cannot locate that swing in the back corner. She's tried for this corner right in front of me probably 5 or 6 times, and I don't know if she's gotten one in back here.
She's making dents on the out of bounds back here. They're not missing by a lot, but wow, another knuckleball. It's amazing how that floats.
That's the 5th ace by Lauren Wingler, the sophomore.
Yes.
Again, she's doing a little bit more libero work in the absence of senior Ellie Gable. Again, you mentioned she had twisted her ankle during warm-ups.
Actually, before the JV game.
Yeah, the JV warm-ups, yep.
Out there shaking balls. So right now the Rangers have battled back following that timeout. Remember, I think it was a 4-point lead, 7-3.
7-3, yes. So a little 4-0 run here behind the service of Wingler. Porter's going to bump to the front row.
There she got one off a
nice swing right there. Baumholt finally drops one on this back right corner.
She gets good rhythm. I mean, she approaches it well and gets good contact and gets her second kill. And there's number 22, Kaylee Braun. Mentioned her name earlier. She's played limited sets, so she's into the contest.
Avery Hinchen saved by Flutterjohn. Nice work. Wiedock will just get that thing out of here and live to play another set. And Carson Hinchen very alertly at the net. Versailles kind of left a hanging curveball over the plate, so to speak, and Carson Hinchen's just too wily for that stuff.
Good timing, good court awareness, seeing it coming, timed it just right, and records her first kill. Hasn't had a lot of swings tonight, but takes advantage of that opportunity.
Waterman, nice serve. Carson Hinchen off the block of the Baumholt swing. Nice save in the back row by Waterman. Here comes Wiedock, going to quick set across. Here comes your pass. Back row attack by Marshall. Now back set to Avery Hinchen. Dug in the back. That's Bryn Briscoe. Pass to the front row. That's Braun. Here comes Flutterjohn to Carson Hinchen, and boy, oh boy, just a big swing. It leaves her hands so quickly.
Well, good volley and a lot of action going on there. And again, Hinchen that time able to get it around the would-be blockers, but some good defensive plays again by each team, keeping the volley alive.
Dig by Baumholt, sets up the front row. A little quick set, nice block, Hinchen, and then a recovery, pass over to Flutterjohn. Nice dig in the back by Stamen. Flutterjohn, quick set across, nice play, but she's going to get called on a double. I'll tell you, she is crafty at the net. She picks her timing. You'll see setters all of a sudden go like 4 or 5 of those in a row, and nobody's fooled.
Yeah.
But she's very, very clever, Haley Flutterjohn.
Just got called for illegal contact.
That set, that's got to be simultaneous, and they'll look at either hand placement or the rotation on the volleyball. And I'm glad I don't have to judge those because I couldn't tell you. And we're going to get another stoppage here. Some questions here at the scores table, just verifying the score, 9-9.
That, and I think that just the alignment. I know Braun came in. They've substituted some. Makes it sometimes a little tricky to record it.
Flutterjohn back across to Hinchen. And then a misplay there by Bryn Briscoe has plagued Versailles tonight. 10-9 now as Carson Hinchen back to serve for Lady Rangers. Back set. Boy, the right play. They had the offense they wanted. Taylor Wagner goes up and swings wide. And just kind of impressive there, Jeff. 6-foot-tall freshman, also the leading blocker.
She's going to have some kills in her career. She just hit it long out of bounds.
And a little service into the nylon. You can hit the net, but it's got to go over. And look at the size difference as you see the check-in.
Yeah,
Taylor Wagner's
that's 11 inches
at 5'1" for Jones.
And I'm not sure 5'1's good for Jones.
That's generous. Yeah.
But Bet Jones has played big.
Boy, she's played huge in the back row. Great topspin serve there. Flutterjohn with the set. Avery Hinchen off the block and out of bounds, but most importantly, that contact at the net buys New Knoxville a point. Now the libero comes out, and Egbert, the freshman Bryn Egbert, comes in, playing the front row. Haley Flutterjohn the serve. That one air-mailed. One hopper to the wall. 12-11.
Back-to-back service errors by New Knoxville.
It's brutal. I mean, it just interrupts your momentum. And this is Haley Porter now, the junior hitter, back to serve for Coach Brueggemann. This is such a hard sport. you watch it and think, this looks so easy, but no.
Well, I think the missed serves affect the parents and the fans more than it does the coaches.
How can you not serve it over? Well, have you ever tried?
Yeah, it's they want to serve aggressive, so they understand the risk and versus the reward.
To Marshall, it is high risk reward. You're exactly right.
And you may not always get aces, but you keep the other team's offense out of whack. So out.
Boy, that's a tough one right there. I think it was tipped off of a blocker. I think Egbert was up there and Avery Hinchen as well.
So the kill or the attacker, do you remember who it was, Scott? I was watching the ball.
I didn't catch it. I think it was Marshall.
Okay.
Who happens to be back to serve.
So she may be rotated.
Waterman unable to set that forward.
So break here for the Tigers now.
13-13.
This is now. Can they continue the momentum
here? Yeah, absolutely. Because this set, they've got to win this set to extend the match to a 4-step. So Jenna Marshall serves a knuckler. Carson Hinchen forward to Flutterjohn, to Avery Hinchen, little tapper. Boy, very well read. You could see the Versailles block collapse that left that whole side.
Yeah. They sent a lot of hands up there.
Yeah.
And it's the first time New Knoxville's really touched it like that. You know, it's been very powerful attacks throughout tonight and took a lot off of it, found the spot inbounds.
Comes your set across to Baumhorst. Nice job, Flutterjohn basically defending herself. Now she'll free ball one over. Nice block at the net. Good job by Versailles reacting to that. Long swing across. And Carson Hinchen tried to get that set back forward. And when it went off of her hands, Wiedak and Avery Hinchen were just, there's not much you can do at that point.
Another kill for Baumholt.
Very
she's in the front row now.
Amount of force on that kill.
Yeah, she doesn't go soft. Her attacks, I'm sure the RPMs are high, and she keeps her team even at 14.
It's Tessa Stannon forward to Haley Flutterjohn. And Carson Hinchen again sees that hole on the left front.
Each attack for the Rangers have gone to that front corner. It's been open. So maybe coaches or players have recognized that because you're sending double, triple blocks. That was a double for sure, but you got to make the defense gamble what you want to cover.
Hitter's position was vacant, and Hinchen found it. Baumholt, nice dig. Avery Hinchen, Flutterjohn to Carson Hinchen. She's going to go the other way and catches Marshall with a late reaction. That's why you saw that ball go back. So another kill for the senior hitter.
Good job hitting it across her body diagonally, and the defender in the back row not being able to square it up.
Marshall, nice dig, sets up the set. Nice job covering the block by the libero. Tapper over. Little tapper, quick set, nice. Oh, nice save, Avery Hinchen. Free balled over by Flutterjohn. And now here comes the freshman, Taylor Wagner with the kill. Nicely dug out. And then a nice play there, Melissa Waterman to bury one in the back row. Kind of caught Versailles out of defensive position there.
Good swings by both teams. New Knoxville dug out Wagner's slide to wrap around, and then New Knoxville finished it with Melissa Waterman's second kill of set 3, her third of the match.
Nice serve by Wingler. Little set and down. Baumholt find a little rhythm there. Boy, oh boy. Bryn Briscoe has been setting Baumholt, and you could see Kirsten Baumholt's confidence.
Well, they're
classmates,
a little bit here. So I'm sure they played through junior high together. Obviously, you talk about chemistry, the timing, the characteristics, the mannerisms, all that. Those two girls have done a nice job.
Important. So Briscoe to serve now. Avery Hinchen unable to get that thing set up for the attack, and that'll go in the books as an ace for Bryn Briscoe.
She's done a lot. 2 kills, a service ace, and has a block assist here in game number 3.
And a lot of sets. Boy, that ball had some serious ugly on it, Jeff. Unfortunately, it was long.
Yeah, it didn't miss by much. I thought it was going to carry a little bit further. It actually ended up being close, but it definitely was out.
Melissa Waterman now with the knuckleball serve. Briscoe's going to set. A little out of position. Baumholt adjusts nicely. Flutterjohn sets up Carson Hinchen. Almost in their sleep. Hinchen really feels the boundaries. She's got a good sense of where she wants to put that ball. And you're going to get a Versailles timeout. Down by 3, 19-16 here in the third set on NKTelco Sports. Welcome back from that precision strip timeout. The Lady Rangers took the first 2 sets, 25-14, 25-17. Looking to close this match out. They are up 19-16 here in the third set.
It's Versailles, though. You can't go to sleep. They've been very aggressive. We've talked about the attacks they've had. New Knoxville hasn't really got touches. Now, maybe the blocks for the Rangers have caused Versailles to, let's say, hit it high because they're trying to get around the blocks. But Versailles has smoked a few of them. They're just out of bounds.
Yep. They've had their chances, the Tigers have.
And they're not out of this one yet.
The difference in this match to me feels like that growing pile of errors on the part of Versailles.
They've got 8 so far. And New Knoxville's done a little bit maybe better job hitting, finding the spots.
Braun with the hit off of the attempted block, out of bounds, and Versailles will get a point on that. And Kirsten Baumholt will go back to serve.
Good timeout for Bruggeman. Her team responds with the first kill of this match. For a 5'10 senior, Kaylee Braun mentioned she's been hurt, so she's working her way back into the season.
Carson Hinchen, another push attack. Here comes Marshall with a big swing, splits the Ranger defense. Nice work right there, Jenna Marshall. Would you say the second leading hitter on that offense for Versailles?
Came in at 2 kills per set, but doing a nice job tonight here. She's having a heck of a game 3 with 3 kills.
Baumholt, nice serve to the middle of the back row. Now back set by Fletterjohn. Carson Hinchen, and Bryn Briscoe has no chance. Again, that was coming at such a tough angle. Carson's got such a good way of getting over top of the ball and keeping it in play, and she loves to play to the sides of the court.
6th kill of the set. Important to keep these serves in now. You're at 20.
Briscoe sets up Marshall, and Wingler, unable to dig that one for the Rangers. As Ashley Jones checks in with Tayo.
There's the substitution height for height as Ashley Jones in for Taylor Wagner. But Versailles, a lot of enthusiasm from their bunch. They're somewhat maybe the underdog right now. They're playing with a lot of passion.
Fight. Yep. Fletterjohn sets up Avery Hinchen, has to reach for it. Nice dig by Jones. And then Baumholt just hammers one right at Carson Hinchen. And we're not up at 20 here, and Coach Lagerman's going to burn a precision strip timeout. Let's keep it here, Jeff. Talk a little bit about the flow of the game here.
Right now the flow's in favor of the Tigers. They battled back. They continue to attack the ball and hit it strong. And if it isn't for their errors, they probably are leading this set. But again, is it New Knoxville's defense, the block attempts that has Versailles rattled to force them to hit around? But boy, Baumholt and Marshall beginning to
kind of coming alive
feel
here.
it.
Yeah.
And that's confidence. They have almost, swinging at will, and they're able to do that because they're getting a nice offense in system. They're getting some good first touches that allows them the setter to put the ball where she wants, and then defensively you just try to hold on. So a good.
Well, and I wonder if some of these big swings on the part of Carson and Avery Hinchen, Ashley Jones has done a nice job keeping it in play and digging it, but the ball is goodness knows where, and then the poor setter has to get under that and locate it nicely for the hitter. And even though you've had a successful defense, you're out of system. So let's see what Versailles can do coming out of this precision strip timeout by New Knoxville as Ashley Jones, the senior defensive specialist, set to serve.
That's out.
Waterman
plays it
to the front row, and an Avery Hinchen dug by Jones. Here comes your set, little off the mark. Braun, Carson Hinchen keeps it in. Little battle at the net. Little tapper by Fletterjohn, nicely done. Kind of a reverse offensive play there. Avery Hinchen set it over to Fletterjohn.
And Fletterjohn, being a front row player, was able to attack that one. Yep. So she's now in the back row, so she cannot go above the net to attack the ball, but a big play. And
I swear, Haley Fletterjohn, they have her listed at 5'5", but she plays like she's 5'10". She can really get up in the air. Avery Hinchen now dug by
right
Briscoe.
At her. Yep, Briscoe, perfect spot.
Marshall has to free ball it over. Little bump pass back to Egbert, the freshman, unable to get that one over. 21-21 here in the third.
Again, Versailles' defense seems to be in the proper spots for a lot of attacks. New Knoxville, again, also picking up some, but New Knoxville's attacks have been cleanly played here, much better in game number 3. We got a 4-point, first one to 25, and that hurts.
Haley Porter unable to get that serve over, so 22-21, and back to serve for New Knoxville This is Erica Wiedock.
4 service aces in game 3 for the Tigers, 2 for New Knoxville.
Jones a little bit off the mark with the bump. Nice save set by Briscoe. Marshall with the tapper. Carson Hinchen passes to Waterman. Nice job in the back row by Baumhorst. Little battle at the net. Oh, nice save there by the freshman Egbert. And then a tapper home. Avery Hinchen. Man alive, that was brilliant.
Well, good job by Avery and Bryn keeping it alive. Again, it was an awkward attack by Versailles, and New Knoxville able to keep it alive, and the senior and the freshman work together to get the 23rd point.
And Versailles is going to call timeout, and we'll take a timeout with them. New Knoxville leads in the third set, 23-21 on NKTelco Sports. Welcome back to New Knoxville School, also known as the Barn, also known as Ranger Country. We want to thank Kay Webb and Kim Waterman for hosting us here. Always a pleasure to do a game in New Knoxville. And we got a tight one here in set 3, 23-21 Rangers.
Versailles doing their best here to stay alive, and it's not over yet. It's going to be important points here, and Versailles needs to get a good attack.
Briscoe sets up Baumholt, and she pounds it home. Nice job of getting in system, set up by the dig by Jones. Briscoe setting really crisp, and then Baumholt pounds it home right in the center of the Ranger defense.
Her 6th kill of game 3, and again, now she's in the front row.
Flutterjohn, a little soft set to Avery Hinchen, a little tapper. Baumhorst saves that. Now back to Baumhorst, here it comes. Nice work by Haley Flutterjohn, and just didn't scoop it off the net.
But Baumholt's been the difference maker. New Knoxville couldn't go with a lot of power, and Baumholt was there to play the tip, and Versailles is bringing the heat right now here in game 3 and keeping it in bounds.
Nice topspin serve. Carson Hinchen, Flutterjohn saves that clean. Waterman, little tapper off the block. Nice job, Tayo, but unable to keep it in play.
Waterman, 3rd kill, Big Scott, brings it to match point.
That was a big spot, you're right. So Avery Hinchen back to serve for the Rangers. 24-23, set and match point here for the Rangers.
Well, they had ideas of being out, but they play it.
Baumholt with a perfect set from Briscoe, pounds it home, 24-24.
8 kills for number 8.
That is outstanding.
In set 3.
She's pouring it on when Versailles needs her to. And a little minor detail in volleyball, you got to win by 2 here, Jeff. So
it's a long way to go yet.
Tied at 24. And this is Tessa Stamen. A little awkward serve, well handled. Flutterjohn up to Carson Hinchen off the block, and that's going to be a New Knoxville point. Again, just the sheer force of that kill takes the ball out of bounds.
Her 7th kill of game number 3.
And boy, New Knoxville's got it where they want it here. They got probably their hottest hand from behind the service line. This is the sophomore Lauren Wingler, the lefty. Oh, tough serve just over the net. Nicely played. Nice block at the net. Wingler covers the block. Flutterjohn sets up. Hinchen. Nice job, Marshall. Quick set to the middle. Nice save back there, Avery Hinchen. And now you're going to get a double point Versailles. Taylor Wagner will get credit for that kill off the double.
Well, that was a nice play again defensively.
Yeah.
I think in the back row by Marshall.
Marshall had a couple key digs back there. Because New Knoxville got the offense they wanted, and Versailles defended nicely. This is Bryn Briscoe now to serve. Avery Hinchen forward to the front row. This is Carson Hinchen with a lot of steam off the block.
Good touch, good save.
Yep. We'll have to free ball this over. Marshall going to try to get a kill from the back row. Good idea. Now Carson Hinchen a little long. That's a Versailles point. 26-25, so they sit at set point here in set 3, trying to stay alive. Bryn Briscoe back to serve.
Nice battle by the Tigers here in game number 3. They've played much better here, and they've on the verge of pushing this to game 4.
Avery Hinchen sets up the set. Little back set. And that's going to be set 3 in the books. The Lady Tigers prevail 27-25 here on NKTelco Sports.
We are here and here and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Are you looking for a new career with amazing growth potential? Nidec Press and Automation is hiring for many positions right now. Nidec is a global company that is growing with its sights on being a billion-dollar company. Machinists, service technicians, human resource personnel, IT specialists, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, and many more. The opportunities abound at Nidec Press and Automation. Go to minsterjobs.com now to get started on your new career with Nidec.
Welcome back to the barn. I hate to say it because we don't really want to have an actual barn burner, but we got a good one here, Jeff. Versailles comes back and takes set 3 to keep the match and force set 4.
Well, he did a super job attacking the volleyball, led by junior Carson Hinchen. She had 8 kills in the set and really hit without, hit a lot of high-velocity momentum builders and kept him inbounds.
They were kills in big spots, too, where Versailles needed to either keep or grab momentum. Yep.
And New Knoxville had a match point where they had an attack, and it was dug out, I believe, in the back row by Marshall to keep their offense, or hopes alive, and they went to work on offense and eventually won the point. So a good match, a good set for the Versailles Tigers. Really played well. They end up the set number 3 with 16 kills. New Knoxville had 15, so likewise, the Rangers, both teams attacked very well. Versailles, best thing for them, they've cut down on their errors. Only 9 in that set compared to 10 in set 1 and 13 in set 2. So they played cleaner, and they made enough positive plays, and they have forced it. They stay alive game 4. So it's anyone's match yet, obviously, best of 5. But give Versailles credit; they've really bounced back from a sluggish game 1, and have played very well here as of late.
Well, they sure have, and I think if you're Coach Lagerman, you just tell your ladies, hey, keep playing your game. That's fine. We didn't get wiped out. Versailles kind of took that, willed that win.
Yeah.
That's all right. New Knoxville didn't do anything that gave the win to Versailles. Versailles earned it. And so here we are in set 4.
Yeah,
New Knoxville with a 2-1 match lead.
These sets, these matches, I should say, are never going to be cakewalks. I mean, the first
not
set,
in the MAC, yeah.
The first set, New Knoxville kind of dominated, but we've really had competitive sets after that. And
when you look at the Versailles losses, one was to Fort Loramie.
2 of them to Fort Loramie.
In a tournament, and then one was a regular season loss, and then OG. So it's not like they're playing weak opponents, and Avery Hinchen is going to open the scoring for New Knoxville. And a little 50-50 ball down the nylon falls on the Versailles side, and she will go back and serve.
14 kills on the night for Hinchen. That ball, again, looked like it was going to be deep.
Had a little side-to-side movement on it. Nice there by Wiedock to keep that going. Now Waterman's going to send one to the back row. Marshall digs. Oh, nice recovery there. Versailles got a little mixed up on what they wanted to do. Nobody's in system at the moment.
Yeah, it's been wild here. Versailles is going to push it back over, so New Knoxville a chance.
That little tapper. Now here comes Carson Hinchen.
Nice play by
Nice
Jones.
dig. Boy, oh boy. And now this is Brooke Briscoe sends one over. Here comes Hinchen again, the other side, and she gets one past Marshall. Nice zip on the ball for Carson Hinchen.
Well, she made a concerted effort, it looked like, to go away from Ashley Jones that time. And I don't mean that the other defender can't do it, but boy, Jones has been a wall or a sponge, whatever, because she's been around the action.
This is Brooke Briscoe puts one to the front row to Bryn Briscoe, and Baumholt just overpowers the poor setter. They just keep coming at Haley Flutterjohn, and it's a 2-1 lead here for the Rangers.
And Flutterjohn is no defensive slouch. But I mean, she's the setter now, which if she does play it, then that means someone else has to step up and take second touch. But it's been self-defense a couple times here with Baumholt with her attacks.
Now we got a serve into the net, and back to serve for New Knoxville will be your libero. This is sophomore Lauren Wingler. If you're just joining us, she's playing a little bit different role in the rotation tonight due to the loss of Ellie Gable to a little ankle injury in JV warm-ups. Nice block at the net, and Carson Hinchen
got a good touch, like you said, and able to draw that. Looked like chalk flew up on that line on the sideline. I thought it was in from this angle.
It sure looked in. I mean, it was over the gray line. Yeah, it was right on it. Such a quick reaction off the block to be able to get that kill down. Here comes Baumholt now. Big swing off the block. Wiedock saves it. Now Flutterjohn pass to Waterman. Deep in the back.
Nice job by Briscoe.
Brooke Briscoe, yep. Another kill by Baumholt. Avery Hinchen did all she could, but
it's just reaction there.
Nice little series of ball movement.
Baumholt continues to bring the heat, if you will, as Braun back in, number 22.
Briscoe's serve right to the center of the back row, targeting Avery Hinchen. Now here's her sister Carson.
Well, she likewise, as we talk about Baumholt, Carson's done a nice job here recently, again, getting good velocity. And
targeting the Tigers server. Briscoe's had a tough time digging a lot of these attacks. Little blooper over the net for another ace. I believe that's 6 now for Wingler.
Well, that's Waterman.
Oh, sorry. Yep, my apologies.
Wingler just been in there, but first of the night for Waterman.
Again, those serves off the net are just brutal.
Yeah, and I don't know. I guess you can practice it, but boy, you want to make sure they go over.
Yeah.
Some girls seem like they can do it in their sleep. Tip the tape, and that little bit of distraction can throw you off.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Back to that same corner. Try to free ball it over. Just
give ace to Waterman. That ball was never really cleanly played. I thought it was going out.
Yeah, Baumholt did a nice job of giving it a chance.
But maybe would have been better off leaving it go. Hard telling.
Absolutely. Versailles going to have to burn a timeout as we get into set 4. New Knoxville with an early lead, 7-2, with a precision strip timeout here on NKTelco Sports. Welcome back to the barn. New Knoxville Lady Rangers here in set 4 with an early 7-2 lead, trying to end this match as they have a 2-1 lead in sets over Versailles.
Well, Versailles, they needed to get a break here. They're down 5. You don't want to make that hole too big. They definitely have firepower, the Tigers do, to come back, but they need to get them in.
And that's set to Baumholt.
Yeah, that's
right
one of the few times she's hit one out of bounds recently, Scott. There's been a more attacks where it's hit a Ranger in self-defense mode than when she's hit him out. So
Baumholt's really cranked up the intensity as far as the force and velocity. Dug in the back row. This is Braun now. Just mistimed her swing.
And she's getting back into system, if you will. Braun following an injury. Her timing's off a little bit. But New Knoxville, a good lead here. It doesn't mean much until, there's plenty of time left for Versailles to climb back. So they need to get on offense.
And you're going to get a double hit on the part of Flutterjohn. Her initial stuff at the net didn't go over. 9-3 And so Coach Bruggerman, Kenzie Bruggerman, in her 6th year here at Versailles, hoping to stop the bleeding.
And that might be a break there.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of a tough play for Versailles. New Knoxville couldn't take advantage of it.
Very athletic play by Haley Flutterjohn to stuff the tapper. Holy cow.
That was a battle of Flutterjohn versus Wagner, I believe it was, and Wagner's 6 feet tall.
No, like I was saying earlier, Haley Flutterjohn plays much taller than she looks. And Carson Hinchen's going to score a serve. Boy, she loves that back right corner.
Again, when the ball, I think, floats diagonally, if you don't twist your body to square it up, it's tough to hit a solid pass because the ball's going like to the angle and your arms are facing forward.
Right. Yep, you hear the coaches always yell, get a good base or a good platform. And there's 2 aces in a row. This time, Tessa Stamen is kind of the victim.
And that was more straight on. That was just maybe a shank and I don't know how to do it any better. These girls around the area do it so well. We take it for granted. So if there's a mistake, you think, oh my, but think of how many times they do it right.
Briscoe's set to
nice play,
Wagner.
Melissa
Nice
Waterman.
dig back there by Melissa Waterman. Yeah, great save. Briscoe's going to set Braun. Blocked at the net by Avery Hinchen. Now they're going to have to tap it over. Covering the block is Wingler, and now Avery Hinchen with the big swing, and that's going to drop for a point.
Well, Hinchen will get the kill, but give Melissa Waterman a huge asterisk as she made that diving catch in the back row. The dig, if you will, the save. It results in Avery Hinchen's kill, but a good play by Waterman on defense.
Carson Hinchen serves into the nylon, so a 10-point lead becomes 9 as Versailles rotates and subs. Wagner out, Jones in to serve.
Break for the Tigers. That, the Versailles hadn't been doing much right as far as getting offensive rhythm. They get a break here, cut the lead to 9.
Jones with that little lob sort of rainbow serve. Now here comes Avery Hinchen, and that's going to fall in. And that'll send Haley Flutterjohn back to serve as New Knoxville rotates the libero Wingler out, and the middle hitter Bryn Egbert in.
Rangers up 10. They need 11 more, but you wonder if Versailles can get a run going here.
Carson Hinchen, nice job off of the Marshall swing and then a block.
I believe it was Braun 22 with the swing, and Hinchen timed it well on the overpass, so it was kind of a tricky play there. The first touch went over. Braun took advantage of it. Hinchen with her 4th block of the night.
Well, you just wonder, Jeff, if you win that tough set, you're all excited and your heart is racing if you're Versailles, and you just wonder if you spent all of your extra pocket change in that
I know what you're saying.
set.
Like, did you just wipe yourself out? Sometimes you win those matches, you come back with a lot of energy, and it's still time for Versailles. They've got to get a string of offense going here, but
Flutterjohn to Hinchen, and Tayo and Briscoe did a good job of keeping it afloat, but Tayo's ball went under the net.
4 kills now for Avery Hinchen here in game number 4.
Erica Wiedock,
if you're into numbers.
Left-handed, goes right at Brooke Briscoe, sets to Bryn Briscoe, or Diggs, I should say. Flutterjohn with the little one-handed set. Boy, right at the line for Avery Hinchen. My goodness. What a set by Flutterjohn.
Right on the line. I'm not sure you get overruled. I was on the line. It was in.
The line judge indicated in. And
and it was right on. I mean, I saw it. We're sitting right on it. But again,
I think Kim Egbert had somebody in the net.
Okay. Avery Hinchen gets a kill, but give Haley Flutterjohn, you spoke about her athleticism. A nice one-handed set save to bring it back. But New Knoxville continues to kind of, if you will, keep the door open. It seems like a lopsided score, but I've seen stranger things happen.
Yes, absolutely.
And New Knoxville needs to get a good touch here, go back to offense.
It's getting to be that time of the season now. We're 7-8 games in, where when you get in these situations, you really want to kill the thing. Avery Hinchen, brilliant play at the net to keep it alive. Now the big set to Waterman, and that one does not go over. I think we had a Ranger in the net.
No, I think the signal was 4. Just did not clear, so that's back-to-back points. So again, Versailles has not been able to get consecutive serves. They do now.
17-8. The scoreboard is not correct if you're looking at that. And then Carson Hinchen sends one deep.
That's 3 in a row. I have 8 down on my scorecard.
I'm going with you, Jeff. You're better at numbers than I am.
That's 3 straight following New Knoxville's, giving the ball up. So it's important.
Marshall just over the net. Flutterjohn with the quick set, goes off the block and out of bounds. 18-8 as Avery Hinchen back to serve now.
5 kills for Avery here in this, part of the game, number 4. She'll serve with her sister Carson out in the front left.
Marshall digs. Briscoe sets. Here comes Baumhorst. Big swing and out just a little long.
Again, sorry for the call. I just instinctively called it, but she continues to hit well, just missed the mark.
Versailles is going to call timeout here in set 4, down big, 19-8 to the hands of the Lady Rangers here on NKTelco Sports. Welcome back to the barn. New Knoxville serving. This is Avery Hinchen, and she's serving with a very comfortable lead, 19-8 here in set 4. They've already won 2 sets, the first 2 sets, so if they can close things out here, we're going to be on our way home. Baumhorst with the kill, nicely blocked by Hinchen and Egbert. Now Baumhorst tries it again, little tapper, very, very smart. Again, Carson Hinchen and, Bryn Egbert were up with the wall.
And Baumholt did a nice job. Boy, Flutterjohn read it well. I saw her explode. She doesn't get credit for the jig, but she timed that well. Good instinct, good first step. But give credit to Baumholt recognizing the gap and getting a much-needed point for the Tigers.
Stammen over. Back set, Flutterjohn. Deep kill, Carson. Nicely dug there. And then a block out of bounds. Again, you got to get those hands up and facing down court or angled in.
Yeah, it's easier said than done,
yes,
but you're
is.
right. But give credit to Jenna Marshall.
Yep.
Right place, right time. It's like she knows where the attack is going, and she's been good platform and gets right into offense, or right into a good first touch. Another
nice
good
dig
job by
by Marshall. Yeah, Marshall and Jones have been really great in the back row. Nice dig there. Attempt by Avery Hinchen, but again, a little too much mustard on that. 19-11 now. Versailles trying to close the lead.
It won't be much longer, and there's going to be a timeout because that's about 2 or 3 unanswered now.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's Versailles
well,
has
you're at that point of the season where if you're New Knoxville, you need to slam the door in this match, and they're just struggling to do that. Comes Carson Hinchen off
I won't say finally,
dig.
but boy, finally she's able to get rewarded for a good swing and give, I think it was that time, was it number 16, Stamen, or 15?
Right,
one of them.
Stamen back there.
Able to get a hand on it, but boy, they've done a nice job keeping those attacks in play.
Wingler with the knuckler just over the net, tough to dig.
This will be out of system though, so off opportunity.
Back over. Quick set by Flutterjohn right to the center of the back row, and Brooke Briscoe just unable to do anything with that. 21-11 now, New Knoxville back up to a double-digit lead.
Up 10 with 4 to go. You like those numbers, but that's the margin you've got to watch. You can't let up for the Rangers. Versailles is
another knuckler. See that ball drop over the net. Briscoe now has to bump it, and Marshall gets a good swing on it from the back row. And Melissa Waterman dug in the back row by Brooke Briscoe. Here comes Baumholt.
Chance for the Rangers here.
Here comes Carson Hinchen. That's going to drop in. Little athletic move there by our line judge to get out of the way of that ball and get the flag down.
Esther Luffel, your line judge, was a stellar athlete in the 80s at Botkins and still showing athleticism, as you mentioned. That's, again, a thankless job. Those line judges, I mean, are just are people, if you will, not even registered. They just have to go out and make those tough calls.
Boy, nice job, Brooke Briscoe, digging that out to keep it in play for Versailles here in crunch time. And again, a lot of battles at the net. This time, Bryn Briscoe wins the battle of the net for Versailles.
A lot of slapping it around, if you will. And
family reunion volleyball there.
Bryn Briscoe with the kill. That's her 3rd of the match.
She'll go back to serve. Avery Hinchen pass forward to Flutterjohn to Carson Hinchen through the blockers. Wagner and Braun were both up there, the big wall.
Maybe took a little bit off too, Scott, the timing, or I'm not real sure, but able to, it's like sometimes
it was a long bump set from
And Flutter, another nice set. Sometimes the softer you hit it, it gets through the blocks better than when you hit it hard.
Little lift there by Briscoe trying to get cute to feed Baumholt. And we are at set
match point.
Yeah. This is the second match point now for New Knoxville. They had a match point in the third set.
Yep.
And Versailles rallied back. 24-12 now as Melissa Waterman. Tough serve. Briscoe saves it back. Going to have to free ball by Baumholt. She chooses to try and kill. Letterjohn back set to Hinchen, and that's down and match. The New Knoxville Lady Rangers take this one 3-1. The final set score 25-12. And we will be back after this break with the Wagner's IGA Stats and Recap sponsor, and we will also choose an NKTelco Player of the Game here on NKTelco Sports.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Hometown Opportunity serves Mercer County, Auglaize County, Darke County, and Shelby County.
The website as a whole is pretty user-friendly. I was able to filter down my options, see what types of jobs were out there for me in the area.
It really opened up my eyes to the employer market around here.
We know that our local candidates, a lot of times, are our most successful candidates because they want to come here and stay.
It's become the go-to site for anybody looking for a job in the region.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
Serving education, healthcare, government, industrial, and commercial businesses, Securcom of Minster has been the provider of safety and communication solutions since 1998. As a locally owned and operated company, Securcom staffs highly skilled technicians and certified installers, fully capable of handling all your design, installation, and maintenance needs. They specialize in the integration of fire alarm, door access control, surveillance cameras, phone systems, fiber optics and data, and cabling and
Not every kid wants to go to college. Some kids work better with their hands.
It's a good thing that they come and they learn hands-on.
Once you gain a skill, that's yours.
There's always room for advancement within the trades.
Like conditioned to believe that you had to go to college to be successful. And now I genuinely think that trade skills are extremely valuable and we need a lot more people that are willing to go that route.
Clopay Building Products, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road CDLA driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package, is an equal opportunity employer, and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopaydoor.com/careers.
Welcome back to the barn. The Lady Rangers stay undefeated in the MAC. 2-0 on the young season in conference play, 7-1 overall, and they drop the Lady Tigers 3-1 by a score of 25-14, 25-17. 27-25, set 3 goes to Versailles, and then New Knoxville slams the door 25-12 in set 4. That sends Kenzie Bergeman's Lady Tigers home with an overall record of 4 wins, 5 losses, and 1-1 in the MAC. And so with the Wagner's IGA stats and recap, let's swing over to Jeff Hinchen and give us the numbers, sir.
Well, quick recap here for the CAB report, what I call the kills, aces, and blocks. So kills, New Knoxville 46, Versailles 36. Aces, New Knoxville 9, Versailles 3. And blocks, New Knoxville 5, Versailles 1. So New Knoxville kind of winning all those stat categories and as such able to win the match in 4. Leading kill getters for Versailles, 20 kills from Kirsten Baumholt, 6 from Jenna Marshall, 3 from Bryn Briscoe, 4 from Tori Tayo, and 1 apiece from Kaylee Braun and Haley Porter, their total of 36. For New Knoxville,
those 20 kills,
yes.
A lot of those came in the 3rd and 4th set, man. She
had 8 in the set they won.
Yeah.
Now, that's probably her best hitting percentage of that night was, when she's on, they win. And she wasn't off by much tonight, and she's a junior. So Versailles, she'll get that timing down and then look out. So especially Division III tournament time, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, yes, I do.
So New Knoxville, their kill getters went like this. Carson Hinchen with 20. Avery Hinchen with 17. 4 from Melissa Waterman. 2 from Haley Flutterjohn. 1 from Bryn Egbert. Their total of 46. Also for Hinchen, Carson, 4 aces in a block. Avery, this ace and 4 blocks. And that'll round out the stats here. Again, New Knoxville winning the Vital Cab Report kills, aces, and blocks in all categories. And also in every set, New Knoxville committed less errors. So you add those all up, they kind of won all 4 categories. Although they dropped a set, able to come back and kind of dominate in set number 4. And,
they did.
And really, it was a bit important thing because you had to feel, Scott, that Versailles had a lot of momentum. If they get off to a good start in Game 4, we're probably looking at Game 5 right now.
Yeah. No, it was a New Knoxville 7-2 lead at the first.
Yes, got a good start.
Time out there in the 4th set. So good rally there for Coach Lagerman's Lady Rangers. So I believe, if my understanding is correct, Jeff, we have one more piece of information to take care of. Our New Knoxville telephone company, NKTelco, player of the game, and that would be.
Well, you decided it should go to Carson Hinchen.
Absolutely, I like Carson with 20 kills tonight.
Yeah,
statistically led the way for the Rangers.
Had a couple service aces there in game tonight as well, and a solo or a part of a block. So had to continue to hit well. And again, give Versailles credit. They picked up some of her attacks that were well struck. So able to continue and have a good set number 4. Really shut the door with 8 kills. Led the Rangers tonight with 20. Congratulations to Carson, our NKTelco player of the game.
Very, very nice. So it's been a pleasure bringing you high school volleyball from the barn in New Knoxville. One last time, New Knoxville wins this MAC match over the Versailles Tigers 3-1. I'm Scott Fry. To my right, Jeff Hinchen with the color and stats. Thanks again. Please keep tuning in to NKTelco Sports as we continue to cover high school sports in this area. Once again, thanks for joining us on NKTelco Sports.